Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival, and here we are halfway up a mountain in the absolute middle of nowhere. And the reason for that is, if I show you here, we just come into here, is that my hover vehicle is now reaching maximum carry capacity. It's getting a little bit tricky getting up over all these mountains and hills, which there seems to be a lot more of now. So in this part, what we're going to be doing is trying to rebuild this in the middle of nowhere. I mean, my original plan was keep going until I found a POI, like a junkyard or somewhere where I could settle down for a little while and get things sorted out, but it didn't work that way. But what I did find on the way through here is some more copper, which you can see I stopped and mined, and some iron, and we've got an abandoned factory. And that's partly why my hover vehicle is a little bit full up at the moment. And I've also had to try and take some of the weight off. I've actually made some carbon composite blocks and some steel blocks. Hopefully we'll be able to get these into here. And you can see I've got some other resources split off. This will give the ship a little bit of weight. Now, before I get into building, I want to talk a little bit about the fact that there's been a new update, the 10.2.1 update, which was released on the 4th of July. And this had a couple of interesting changes in, alongside a lot of bug fixes and other odds and ends, which I'm not going to talk about. I just want to talk about these two key ones before we get into the building. The first point is that they've now imposed a condition that you will only get base attacks if there is an active drone base on the planet, I'm assuming, which makes life very interesting. It also means it now shifts the emphasis on finding the drone base and taking it out if you want a quiet life. And this is going to introduce a new dimension if you're visiting another planet with the intention of setting up a base, because one way you could be able to set a base up relatively easy would be to land with your capital vessel, find the drone base, take it out, then you can effectively set up your base anywhere you want, because there won't be any more drone attacks. Now, the other change is it says that they've changed the spawn distance for the attack from 600 meters from the center to 600 meters to the edge. Now, I don't think that's going to be a significant change, but it will be if you build a big sprawling base, because I mean, if you've got a base that sprawls out 50 or 100 meters, that gives you a little bit more time to get ready to deal with the base attacks. And in the similar vein, guys, a big thank you for your comments and feedback about base attacks. I think some of your comments are making me a little bit nervous, in the sense that I've not really experienced a major base attack at the moment, and I do wonder a little bit whether my base is going to be ready for it. But that's going to be the part of what this Let's Play is about anyway, is seeing if I can get shot to pieces and destroyed. Never mind, let's get on with the building the hover vehicle. What we're going to do is just come into here and turn the thrusters and the hover on. And what I should be able to do, if I can get up to the full 3 meters like that, I'm going to stand up. Now, hopefully this is going to work. If you turn that up, now if I don't get back into the cockpit, I should be able to work underneath the ship here. Now, what I want to do is come down a level, because if you can see here, underneath here, my ship is a little bit exposed. So what I want to do is drop the thrusters down 1 level, so that we're going to have 2 blocks down. That means I can then plate over this area here. So what we're going to do is take out a couple of blocks there, and we've got that area there. I'll probably want to take out that block there and that block there as well, because just work this out, guys. This is going to be done very much on the hoof, and I've made a couple of RCSs, because if I'm going to add extra thrusters and capability, I want to keep putting the RCSs in. So we're going to put a couple of RCSs there. Now, the other thing I want to do is come here and take out these blocks here. I'm not sure if that's going to be long enough, because I want to take out this, because I want a flat top on the top of the ship. The idea is I'm going to widen the ship out so that I can have space on top of here for turrets. But at the same time, as I can't take any of these containers off until I put more containers on. So this is going to be a little bit of jiggery pokery. I'm just going to see. I'm hoping that that will be, if I can get that in there, that will put that underneath. And what I want to do is, we've now got this here. And what I'm thinking, guys, is if I can put these extra thrusters I made some time ago by accident. It's actually quite useful having them around. And if I put a thruster, no, maybe if I put the thruster, now we're going to have a lot more weight on the front. So if I put a thruster there and a thruster there, or not thruster, hover engine is probably the correct name for them actually. Well, that should support the ship. We've now got that area there, and again, if I think I should be okay. A bit of a fail here, guys. Devices, small constructor, and what I need now is about another 20 of those. We got this area here. We've got the blocks, so we just bring the steel blocks down. And what I can do is just move these engines here. I'm just going to retrieve that one there. And if I'm really careful, so what we're going to do is drop the steel block in there, steel block in there. So I want the height above the ground. I'm a bit worried about having it there. So maybe if we bring this thruster, I don't know, I could extend this out a bit more, give this a bit more width, couldn't I? Under that thruster there. Yeah, I think we're put one. Leave these back where they were originally. Now, I am going to say that this isn't going to be the final version of this hover vehicle. It will be evolving again, because eventually it will become a hover tank, especially once I've got an SV up, which can take over some of the responsibilities for carrying some of the, going out and doing some of the more longer range capabilities. Now this may look a bit vulnerable, but I will be plating this in with extra capacity underneath. We've now got that there. My instinct is to put a line of steel blocks there. So we've got to keep the storage containers separate. And we'll put a steel block there to give a bit of extra protection on that. Take off that. Take off the thrusters on that side. I build this first. If we put a block there, that means I can put a block there. And we can move this thruster forward a bit, saying to about there. And then that gives me a bit more protection there. And we'll do the same on this side. Hopefully this is going to work. If it doesn't, it's going to be slightly embarrassing. That way. Forgotten what I did over here. Yeah, okay. So we'll put another steel block in there, and we'll just hook this thruster. When the thruster is going to be a little bit close to the front of the cockpit, but that'll be okay. This will leave me a space for some extra storage. this will... I'm very much aware of the weight situation. So I just want to keep things as light as possible. Got that area there. I think what we're going to do is take out that one. That one. Need to keep blocks here because I want to put the ammo box on the back there. Take out that one. We'll take out the strip there on each side. Take out that one. That one. That one. Just have a quick look underneath. I think we could take out one more on each side, like that. Hopefully by now these are ready to go. I'm just going to drop these in. And oops. I'm just going to put these underneath like this. That will increase the capacity. Like that. And then what we're going to do is just to save a little bit of weight. I built the carbon composite. Not sure why I've got the tent on my thing. Because I'm working on the principle that if you're being attacked from underneath, you're in the wrong position with a whole vehicle. I can't put a line of carbon composite in here. Now I'm not going to texture this in as a ship simply because by texturing a ship in, I won't be able to see where the cargo containers are. I think we can come in there. That will make that a little bit lighter. We're going to come out with another line over here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I put another row of... Yeah, I think we're... Got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Wasn't really planning on this, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Which I need a couple more because if I mean it's going to make. Also, we got. I need 1, 2. Got 2 left. So I got 2, 4, 6, and then we're going to need. So I'm going to need some more of the. It. If I keep making an even number, let's just do another 20. And the other thing I also need is an ammo box. Let's just make that while I'm thinking about it. I can't remember if I've actually unlocked it. No, it's just... No. So we need to unlock that. I mean, the medic station would be really nice, but we'll see if there's enough space for that. I'm also a little bit conscious of the fact that I've maybe a bit more short of resources, so again I might have to stop and rebuild something. What is there? Where's the captain gun? We're going to make a couple of those. I want to get the key capability on the ship straight away. Fuel tank, there's the that there. Right, let's just put this one in there. One in there. And what I want to do is now take off these. It shouldn't cause a problem simply because I've now extended the capacity considerably. I think what I can do now is what I want to, actually I could do with some extra thrusters actually. What I'm going to do is take out these thrusters and those in there. You can put that in there, that in there. And we'll drop the running out of space. I don't need the survival tool at the moment. What I'm thinking is if I got a thruster there, if I put a thruster, if it gets dark, I will stop and go get some sleep, guys. So we put that thruster there, that thruster there, and then we'll just take out this. I know I can use the symmetry plane, but when I'm building like this, where I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, I prefer to just manually build like this, actually. I'm just going to drop the layers in. Just going to... that one should be there. I put that in the wrong place, haven't I? Put that above. And that's one behind. That's actually in the right place. 2, 3. This one's in the wrong place. There's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's no thruster. Just check that. Yeah. Or not thruster, hover engine. I'm gonna stop calling it a thruster. So we're just going to that. Now that means these are going to be exposed a little bit, but that'll be okay. I'm reasonably happy with that. Now the next thing I want to do is just take, well, let me just, here we made the control here. Oh, that's not encouraging. I haven't run out of resources, that would be disappointing. Let me just check, make sure on top. Okay, I'm making the guns first. A bit of a fail there, guys, never mind. What I can do is just take off this area here. And I want to check, but I've got a I had a feeling that that would be. So we're going to have to build over here. In fact, what I might do is take those off, because we can put the ammo container box that side. Right, so this is looking very, very clunky. And what we're going to need is the defences this way. Where are we going to put the guns? Let's put the, I think I'm inclined to put the guns underneath here. Maybe slightly forward. So if I put a solid block there, we can have the gun positions there. And then if I come out there, and then we can have an extra block there in front. Then what we'll do is that give me a little bit of a step, and then have I know what I'm looking for and I can't find it. Nope, not that one. This one. I think that will work. I don't want too much weight on the front, just in case. That will bring this forward like that. That'll give me a bit more protection this way, and then underneath here. Again, I think we're going to come out one more block like that, and then rotate that in as well. And we can have a block there. So we put a block there like that, and then so that kind of tapers the ship towards the front. It's not going to win any prizes for being pleasant. We can put a plastic one in there like that, and then we can curve that in. I'm not going to curve everything in just yet, because I want to see how the ship flies. As I say, we're not going to get into any major battles here. This is just going to be very much a ship that's going to help me get out and about and survive. I think again we're just going to up this here. It's a bit dark, so I'm going to have to maybe stop and get a good night's sleep eventually. Okay, I'm just going to curve it. That will give a little bit of extra defense for that forward thruster. And that can go in there. Right, that's looking good. That's looking good. I mean, I've got. Actually, I could do with some extra thrusters. Actually, turn the thrusters off. I'm not sure why. And the hover engines. Save a little bit of fuel. Right, let's see what we've got that's finished. Certainly going to hook out the guns. We're certainly going to hook out the ammo box. Well, so we're just drop the ammo box there. Controller. And we'll put the guns on. Guns should drop in here nicely. Of course, what we can do eventually is put some light on here to give me the capability. That's shaping up reasonably well. And right, let's just get the right. Got another 20 of these. I'm not sure how many I'm going to need from a cargo box perspective, but if I do that, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Actually, if I go across like that, and then we take out, I'm trying to think of the line for, we could come out another distance for the thrusters. Let me just work this out. We put thrusters. Yeah, I think I'm going to put some extra thrusters on. We probably need an extra 3 thrusters. Let me just make that. New off devices. Hopefully I'm going to have enough resources for this. And can't find there. What's happened to my... Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. What we could do is we could go for bigger ones. 1, 2, 3 of those. We've got quite a lot. What's the... I mean, I don't want the ammo capability. Where's the ammo box? The trouble's going to be finding it. Actually, the easiest way to do this would be to go to manage, wouldn't it? 15mm. Ammo controller. So we're going to have 1250. The ammo controller. Yeah. I think if we put... Well, we could... Yeah, if we put a... If I go back to the old system. We put 3 across the back like that. That should give me more than enough capability for carrying the what we call it. Sorry, brain faded a little bit. The ammunition. That's it. That's what I'm after. And I think if we can drop in 1, 2, 3, 4. More 1, 2, 3. A couple more on the top. See what I'm aiming at. I know these will be exposed, but the idea is eventually I will enclose this. In fact, we'll enclose this area and put some more width on for turrets. If we put 3 more on that side and 3 more on that side like that, and maybe just got an odd one of each. I think we'll just drop you in there like that on each side. So that's now built like that. course we will take out that one there. That might cause a problem. I'm not sure if there's a connection through there. So we may have to connect across the top here like that. Yeah, that could be an issue. Just take that out. And of course we'll have the coverage here. Just have a quick look. We got 3 thrusters, so we'll get the thrusters in position. Now I may set the thrusters up with a special group so that we can see what. Sometimes it pays just to drop down like this. So, one in there. And we'll put the other one here. That'll give me 3 forward thrusters. So we have 3 thrusters in each direction. Turn off hover engines again. I don't know why the hover engines keep insisting on turning themselves on. Because I'm not adjusting them. Maybe it's because I'm changing the thrusters. That leaves me with 2 extra of these. I'm just going to drag down the blocks so that we can ship in. We got that capability there. These are exposed, but we can't do anything about that at the moment. I think what we're going to do now, another thing you need to think about is if you're building continuity through like that. Actually, I'd like to probably put the gun mounts on here, so maybe if we just drop one on each side like that, and then we can have a flat area here like that. Right, let's just pad this in now so that it looks half decent. I think we'll have solid blocks like that across there, and certainly going to need some form of defense here. And we've got this theme coming this way, so this have some steel blocks across like this. Whoops, always getting this wrong. That in there like that, and that there. That's gonna leave that exposed. That's not gonna be good. I don't really want to have anything really wide on the back here. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go like that, create a slightly daggery type look on the back here. So that will give some protection to these thrusters here. And actually, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take off those and take this off, across like that, and then I think we could probably get away with carbon composite on the back here like that, and have up the 3 these, and hook up these across like that. And then we can, just to give it a little bit more protection from the back, put in you like that, and then right across the back here. Like that. And hopefully I should have enough to. It would be nice to get another cargo box in there and just knock off more. I'll probably make overloading the ship now, which is just knock off 2 more of those. And then across the back here, just go for something relatively simple, like that. I mean, this is going to be exposed on this side. I'm going to need to enclose this area here. I'm actually going to need more. Oh. Thank you, game. I always wanted to get rained on. Yeah, I mean, if we get hit from above, I think we could probably put in some more cargo containers here, but I don't want to add any more just at the moment, just in case this doesn't fly in the quite literal sense of the word. Actually, I think what we're going to need is some ammunition, aren't we? Okay, let's just... Was it 15mm? I think I'm just going to start with about 500 rounds. And there's 2 more of those. Drop you onto there like that. That seals that in, that seals that in. You've got protection there. I mean, I will fill these in eventually. It needs a little bit more defense and protection there, but I think for the moment that may work. What was I making? Right, we've got ammunition, we've got 6 more steel blocks, which I think I could add in somewhere. Actually, I think what we can... I make another 6. Yeah, okay, quick change, guys. I'm going to take out that and that on each side. So I've just had an idea. I'm going to put a steel block there. Oops. I put the wrong one in. No, I don't think I did. We're just going to drop that in there like that. Nope, that's wrong. 5. Drop that in there. Sure. Yeah, I'll definitely put that in the right block in there. And what I'm going to do is drop that in there like that. That then gives me, if I drop that there and put some more steel blocks. It's the right way round. Can't see it. Why is that telling me that that is a square block when I selected that? Okay, maybe there's a bit of an error here. That's better. Obviously there might be a little bit of a glitch there. If we do this, actually put that back the way it was, and then we should be able to rotate that in like that. What that means is I can then fill these in underneath with the necessary shapes, but that gives me protection on the thrusters, whilst at the same time not really weighing the ship down. We've got a symmetry, which means that this won't go there. Eventually I will pad this out. In fact, I could probably, seeing this is the back of the ship, we could put some carbon compensate on there so that I've got the shape. You can see here now I've got the area now where I can put 2 turrets on firing forward, and we may even get a little bit of space in here for a med bay, which would be pretty good. And of course I could fill in all these areas here, but I'm not going to do that in this video, guys, because I'm aware that time has gone on pretty long. I think what we can do now is, proof is in the pudding. If I jump into the ship, it should sink to the ground. Oh, I didn't repair the container controller. Oh, that's a pain in the neck. Okay, I'm going to put the thrusters on. We're going to need fuel. Okay. Drop that in there. My ship is wandering everywhere because I've got no thrusters on. I thought I had thrusters on. Hover, yeah. Okay, let's just. Wow, how did I get down here? That means I've actually lost. How did I drop all the way down off the side of that mountain? Right, let's see if we can get out here. I've got to find my this portable constructor. I think it's just up there. I'm just going to get back up to the portable constructor. There it is. Certainly want that back. There are some pretty key resources in there. And I jump off. Should be able to just take everything out of here. Shift click. You have to be. Apologies for doing this in the rain, guys, but we're just going to do a little bit of flying. It says we got stuff to the south and west. In fact, we could fly east. How far is the sun away? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just to do a bit of a test flight now. Apologies, we're going to be in the dark. We're going to see if we can get out of this rain. Well, it's flying pretty good. I'm happy with that. And one of the reasons why I wanted to make it a little bit wider was the fact that I wanted a bit more stability when flying over the mountains. I mean, we're probably a bit overpowered now with the thrusters, but it is pushing me up over the mountains. This is the problem I've had. I'm just going to keep flying back this way. I'm just going to get over the mountains. We go slightly east and north. Yeah, I mean, it's actually working across the mountains. I mean, before I did the rebuild, when I came in here, trying to get across here was virtually impossible. And true, I've turned a lot of the resources into components on my ship. Actually, the one thing I haven't done, let me just get down off the mountain so we're back in a bit of level terrain. Get through here. Really need to put some spotlights on here. And just got top on that. Okay, let's just get out of here. And of course, the one thing we are going to need is get into here. Op vehicle controller 1. Not display the same control. That's okay because I want to go to ammo. I'm just going to put the 500 rounds into the ammo box. And hopefully now, if I come into here, yeah, we got 3,000 carry capacity. That should be, and if I've maintained my symmetry, so we got 3,000 on each. So what I've effectively done is virtually double the carry capacity of this ship. Now I'm going to be a bit worried about down on the water. Yep, we're looking good. Ship's flying well. It says that. Right, where are we? There. And I'm kind of inclined to get back to my base. Where's that? That's the habit. Oh, my water base is this way, isn't it? Wow. A long way over that way. Right, I think we're going to go north, guys. I don't want to go 12.5 kilometers that way. So I'm just going to get across the water here. You can see the sun. So if we go north by northeast here, fly into these mountains, and get across here, and I'm just going to get a run up the mountains. Yeah, we're getting back into daylight now. which is good. Yeah, look at that. I'm happy with that. Up, come on, up. You can do it. You can do it, ship. Yeah. Just going to go up over the top of the mountains. Of course, what we're going to need to definitely do is do a reload. Just remember that. Right, so we're now back in daylight and moving north. There's absolutely nothing on the radar, which is a bit unfortunate. We'll just skite down across this mountain if we can get out of the rain. I'm kind of half looking for a target, guys, but at the same time, there we are. Whoops, I don't want that. Yeah, I think we're a bit tail heavy at the moment, isn't it? Because the guns are drifting upwards. That would be useful for taking out drones. Because look at that, we got. And maybe I will leave it tail heavy. It just means that taking out creatures on the ground would be a bit more tricky. I actually quite like the idea of being tail heavy. No point wasting it. And we've got a couple of eggs there from the dinosaur. And I think this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. As I say, in the next part, I think what we're going to do is carry on exploring, see if we can find some more resources, and eventually make my way back to the water base so that we can carry on working on the base. Also, get a few enhancements like getting some turrets on the top of here, so that we can then start to get a bit more aggressive, and maybe a med bay as well, which is quite nice having this kind of big flat area here. Maybe we can upgrade and have an armored cockpit. And the other thing I want to do, just while I'm thinking about it, guys, is by now the cooldown period for the pest control should be finished. Yep, so we can carry on working on that. What is my standard with yeah, so one more should take us to friendly. Yeah, we should get another 1,000 from that. Well, not that. No, sorry, wrong one. Polaris. We need 3 more probably to get friendly with the Talon. Maybe I will do the Tales of the Past mission next. That's after I've got back to the base and done that. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.